Hey English learners, welcome back to the English Leap podcast. Your English podcast for daily life English, real conversations, and easy English listening practice. Yeah, this is the place where you learn real English from real talk, not from boring grammar books. I'm Anna. And I'm Jake. So Jake, how are things going with you? Did you have a good week? Yeah, it was pretty good. I actually started learning how to cook Italian food this week. Oh really? That sounds delicious but also difficult. Yeah, it was a bit messy. I burned the first pasta sauce, but the second one was okay. I'm learning by doing. How about you, Anna? I'm doing well. I went hiking this weekend. The mountain was steep and I wanted to stop halfway, but I kept going. Ah, so you pushed yourself. Yes, exactly. And the view from the top was amazing. It reminded me that the hard work is usually worth it. Same here. It always feels nice to sit down, talk with you, and help people with their English challenges. Yes, it feels like we are all climbing this mountain together. Okay, small talk finished. Now, let's get into our topic. Yes. Today we are talking about something that stops many people from climbing that mountain. Fear. Specifically, the fear of speaking. Ouch. That is a big one. Many students say, I can read, I can listen, but when I want to speak, my mouth freezes. Yes. It's like an invisible wall. You want to walk forward, but something stops you. Today, we are going to break that wall down. But don't worry, we're going to keep it fun and simple. Yes. And before we start, we want to ask you for a small favor. Yeah. If you enjoy this podcast, please like this episode, subscribe, and share it with a friend who is learning English. Especially that friend who is too shy to say hello in English. We all know that friend. Sometimes it's us. Yes. Okay, let's talk about this fear. So Anna, let me ask you first. Why do we feel scared to speak a new language? Good question. I think it comes from the fear of being wrong. We think if we make a mistake, people will laugh at us. Right? So it's not about the words. It's about how we look to other people. Exactly. Think about speaking English like walking across a bridge. Walking across a bridge. Yes. If the bridge is wide and low, you run across easily. But if you think the bridge is very high and narrow, you walk slowly, you shake, and maybe you don't move at all. That is like the fear of mistakes. Ah, I like that. The fear makes the bridge look scary, even if it is actually safe. Yes. When you focus on being perfect, the bridge feels dangerous. But actually, no one is waiting to push you off. People just want to hear what you say. And sometimes we create the monster in our heads, right? We think everyone is judging our grammar. Exactly. That feeling of I must be perfect is the biggest enemy of fluency. Yeah. Like when I want to order coffee and I practice the sentence 10 times in my head, but when I get to the counter, I just point and say this one. Yes, that happens to so many people. So now we know the problem. Let's talk about how we can be brave and start speaking. Okay, maybe I can start with a story? Yes, good idea, stories help us remember. So, a few years ago, I was in France. I speak very little French. I went to a bakery to buy bread. That sounds lovely but stressful. Yes. I stood outside for 5 minutes practicing. Un baguette, s'il vous plaît. Un baguette, s'il vous plaît. I was so nervous. Finally, I went inside. And what happened? Did you say it perfectly? I tried. But I said something wrong. I think I asked for a shoe instead of bread because the words are similar. Oh no. That is funny. Did the baker get angry? No. He smiled, corrected me gently, and gave me the bread. I laughed, he laughed, and I got my breakfast. The world didn't end. Exactly. The problem was I thought I needed to be an expert. But actually, I just needed to communicate. I felt so light after that. It was a small victory. Yes, that is the feeling of freedom. When you accept that mistakes are part of the game, you win. That's a good picture. Mistakes are part of the game. So after that day, I said, okay, I will stop trying to be perfect. I will just try to be understood. Understood is better than perfect. Right? And today we want to share some tips to help you find that courage. Yes, simple tips with small stories so you can remember them easily. Okay, Anna, what is the first tip? Tip number 1, change your mindset about mistakes. Change your mindset. Yes. Think of a mistake like a signpost on a road. A signpost. Okay, I like that. When you are driving and you see a sign that says wrong way, do you cry and sell your car? No, of course not. You just turn the steering wheel and go the right way. Exactly, you use the information to correct your path. But many English learners treat a grammar mistake like a car crash. They stop driving completely. That is so true. They think, I used the wrong verb, I am terrible. But actually, that mistake is just a signpost telling you, hey, try this word next time. So, the metaphor is, mistakes are directions, not disasters. Exactly. When you make a mistake, celebrate it. It means you are trying. It means you are driving the car. That feels much lighter. I have a small personal example. Yeah, tell us. When I was learning to play guitar, I hit the wrong notes all the time. My teacher told me, if you aren't making bad sounds, you aren't learning the good sounds. I understand you have to make the bad noise to find the good music. Yes. So, tip 1 is simply, embrace the ugly sounds. Embrace the mistakes. They are your teachers. That's a powerful first tip. So, what's the second tip? Tip number 2, start with a safe audience. A safe audience. Yes. Think of speaking like learning to swim. Okay, I'm listening. Do you jump into the middle of the deep ocean on your first day? No, that's crazy. You start in the shallow water, the baby pool. Exactly. But many learners try to speak to native speakers immediately and get scared. That is the deep ocean. Yes, I see that. So, who is the shallow water? The shallow water is talking to yourself, talking to your pet, or talking to a mirror. Talking to a cat. My cat is a very good listener. She never corrects my grammar. Exactly. Or talk to other learners who are at your level. They are in the pool with you. They understand the struggle. That feels very realistic. I have a student who practiced his presentation in front of his dog for 3 days. Really? Yes. He said, my dog looked interested, so I felt confident. Then, when he spoke to people, he was less nervous. So, build your muscle in a safe place first. Exactly. If you don't want to freeze up, don't jump into the deep ocean immediately. Get comfortable in the shallow water. Maybe our listeners can think now, who is my safe audience? My dog? My mirror? My best friend? Yes, find your safe partner. Okay, what about the third tip? Tip number 3, focus on the message, not the grammar. Right? Because if you focus on grammar, you are thinking about rules, not connection. True. Imagine you are a delivery driver delivering a pizza. Pizza. I'm hungry now. The customer wants the pizza, right? Do they care if the box is a little dented or if the driver is wearing a blue hat or a red hat? No, they just want the hot pizza. Yes, speaking is the same. Your message, your idea, is the pizza, grammar is just the box. If you give someone a delicious idea, they don't care if the grammar box is a little broken. So, we spend too much time worrying about the box. Yes. We spend 10 minutes fixing the box, and the pizza gets cold. The listener gets bored waiting for you to find the perfect verb. Just give them the pizza. Even if the grammar is messy. That's a great story. Just deliver the pizza. What about you? Do you have an example? Yes. I remember talking to a taxi driver in Japan. I used mostly hand gestures and single words. Station. Go. Please. No grammar at all. But he took me to the station perfectly. The pizza arrived. The message was clear. So tip 3, stop polishing the box. Deliver the message. Connect with the person. Now, I think we must talk about something that helps physically. Yes, getting your mouth moving. Tip number 4, use the shadowing technique. Shadowing. That sounds like a ninja movie. Shadowing is when you listen to English audio and you repeat it immediately, like an echo. You don't pause. You just copy the sound. So I act like a parrot? Yes, exactly. You copy the speed, the emotion, the melody. This helps your mouth muscles remember the movement. I do this with songs sometimes. I sing along even if I don't know all the words perfectly. That is a form of shadowing. It connects your ears to your mouth. It bypasses the brain that wants to analyze everything. Yes, it stops you from thinking too much. It builds what we call muscle memory. Muscle memory. Like when you ride a bike without thinking about your feet. Exactly. If you shadow for just 5 minutes a day, speaking feels more natural. You stop translating in your head. And you feel more ready when a real conversation happens. Now I have an important question, Anna. If we say be brave, does that mean we will never feel nervous again? No, not at all. This is very important. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is acting even when you feel fear. I'm happy you said that. Think about actors or singers. Do they get nervous? Yes, even famous ones. They get butterflies in their stomach before they go on stage. Exactly. But they go on stage anyway. We are the same. Your hands might shake a little. Your heart might beat fast. That is okay. It means you care. Yes. Just take a deep breath and say the first word. Usually, after the first word, the fear gets smaller. Do you have a personal example? Yes. Before every podcast recording, I feel a tiny bit nervous. Really? Yes. I want to do a good job. But I take a breath, I look at you, and we start. And 5 minutes later, I am having fun. I didn't know that. So nervousness is just energy. We can use it. It is fuel. So the key is action. Yes. Feel the fear, but speak anyway. A little bit every day. That's an empowering idea. Jake, we used some powerful words today. Maybe we should slow down and talk about them a little. Yeah, let's do a tiny word tour before we finish. These words are important if you want to build confidence. First, we said mindset. Right. Your mindset is how you think about things. Your attitude. For example, change your mindset about mistakes. Or, having a positive mindset helps you learn faster. Then we had the word fluency. Yes, fluency means the ability to speak easily and smoothly. It does not mean perfect grammar. For example, her fluency is good because she doesn't stop to think too much. Or, focus on fluency, not perfection. We also talked about safe audience. Yes, safe audience is the person or thing you speak to that doesn't judge you. It creates a low-stress environment. You can say, my mirror is my safe audience. Or practicing with a friend creates a safe audience for me. Then we said judgment. Yes, judgment is when people form an opinion about you, usually a critical one. For example, the fear of judgment stops many people from speaking. Or, in this class, there is no judgment, only support. And we use the phrase muscle memory. I like this one. Muscle memory is when your body knows how to do something without your brain thinking hard, like driving or typing. For example, shadowing builds muscle memory for English sounds. Or I want my mouth to have the muscle memory for th sounds. We also talked about obstacle. Yes, an obstacle is something that blocks your way. Like a rock on the road. For example, fear is the biggest obstacle to speaking. Or you can overcome any obstacle with practice. And one more beautiful word, embrace. Yes, embrace means to accept something happily or hold it close. For example, embrace your mistakes. Or embrace the challenge of learning a new language. If you didn't catch every word, it's okay. You can listen to this part again slowly. And if you want a small challenge, choose one of these words and make your own sentence. You can say it out loud to your safe audience. That's like stretching your mental muscles. Yeah, getting ready for the big game. So, if someone is listening and thinking, okay, I want to speak, but where do I start? What can we tell them? Let's give them simple steps. Alright. Step 1, find your safe audience today. It can be your cat, a plant, or a voice recording app on your phone. Step 2, speak for just 1 minute. Tell your cat about your lunch. Tell your phone what you did this morning, Step 3, don't correct yourself. If you make a mistake, keep going. Just deliver the pizza. Step 4, after you finish, give yourself a high five. Like, yes, I spoke English today. I survived. That small celebration builds your confidence for tomorrow. Yes, you stop being your own critic and become your own cheerleader. I like that. Your own cheerleader. Okay, let's quickly recap our tips so you can remember them. Good idea. Tip 1, change your mindset. Mistakes are signposts, not crashes. Tip 2, start with a safe audience. Don't jump into the deep ocean, start in the shallow pool. Tip 3, focus on the message. Deliver the hot pizza, don't worry about the grammar box. Tip 4, use shadowing. Yield muscle memory by copying audio. Tip 5, act despite the fear. It's okay to be nervous, just speak anyway. That's a strong summary. Thanks. And we want to say this clearly. Your voice is important. We want to hear what you have to say. You don't need to be perfect to be interesting. Yes. The world is waiting for your stories, not your perfect grammar. And we believe you have great stories to tell. Now it's your turn. Yes. Question for you. What is the scariest situation for you when speaking English? And who is your safe audience going to be? Please write your answer in the comments. Your courage might inspire another learner too. And if this episode helped you feel a little braver, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs a confidence boost. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. You didn't just listen, you prepared yourself to speak. Yes, we're proud of you. This was the English Leap podcast with Anna and Jake. Until next time, be brave, make mistakes, and keep talking. Bye everyone. Bye-bye. Speak soon. Your journey continues now. To keep building your confidence, click on the next video or explore the practice sessions we've specially chosen for you.